doing a little bit of driving, but this is probably going to be the last video for the year, as far as a live video that I do. Wait for some people to check in first. Yeah, I'm trying to take the phone down and messed around and give me a second. Turn the voice down. Okay. So apparently all of my audio was stuck in the car. Huh? No. If I had known it, I wouldn't have been talking as long as I have. And the phone wouldn't have failed. But now that's why I checked it with that one to see what was going on. Okay, I'm sorry everybody, because I did not know that there was no audio going out to y'all. But so y'all got like maybe 15 minutes of me talking to nobody. My bad, everybody. So if you came in and was speaking to me and I didn't know, because I got one person that actually spoke on the way in and gave me a Happy New Year shout out, and I shouted him back out and he didn't even hear me, apparently. My bad, bro. Happy New Year to you. So what was I talking about? Now I got to start over. Let's see. I was talking about collab videos. Happy early new. This is gonna be the last video that I do for the new year. And for next year, a lot of stuff that I've been doing, I'm still gonna be consistent with my videos at least once to twice a week. I might throw in some more skits if y'all like those, because apparently those are doing pretty good. And I'll keep still doing those as long as y'all liking them. If not, I won't do them anymore. What else is going on? Grandpa, nobody's worried about you with your dirty Palisades. Oh my goodness. And you from Mississippi. No offense to anybody that's from Mississippi, by the way. But yeah. I met a lot of cool people from Mississippi. Some cool, some not so cool. Yeah, like I was saying, that today I'm not working. Me and my daughter are actually driving, and I got her reading the messages as they come across, if anything come across. But that's all I'm doing today. We're just driving a little bit. I had to get out of the house and take care of some stuff. Just get out and move a little bit before all the fireworks and stuff go on tonight. But yeah, with all of that going on, 2025, it was a very interesting year. Very interesting year. I mean, more interesting than I wanted it to be at times. But hey, we're still here. Lord willing, we'll be here a long time. Y'all not gonna have me on camera doing road rage bits. Oh man. Oh man, I can't believe I was live for that long and no audio. I am so sorry, y'all, because I know some of y'all are like, what's going on? That's why I'm like, if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. I guess you couldn't hear me. So I kind of figured out what was the problem. And now we're good. Oh, you want to bring these little ugly kicks in front of me. Bless your heart. Bless your heart. Oh. I should have brought my dash cam too. I didn't think about bringing it. Normally I have it with me, but it's been in the truck since, it's been in the truck almost a whole year. Actually been a whole year. So yeah, I got a video coming out about about my Avalanche. So it's been down now for about maybe 3 weeks. Give you an update what's going on with it. And nothing major, it's just maintenance stuff that I got to do to it. I got to change the motor mounts on it. Got a heater hose I got to replace. It's leaking around the whole ring where it connects into the firewall by the heater cord. And the struts are just bad. So during that video, I had an epiphany about where to get the parts from, because I tried this new vendor that was supposed to have equal or better quality stuff. God damn, you got a whole tablet in your lap trying to text and drive. But wow, you can't even make that up. But anyway, yeah, so I got to do the heater hose on it. Got to do the struts. The struts were inferior from the get-go. And when I ordered them originally, I didn't pay any attention to it, because what was going on, it popped up as frequently returned item. And by the time I seen it, I had already ordered it, I committed to it. And after having them for almost a year, I understand why they were frequently returned. Because the first set, it was 2 sets, by the way. The first set was just, it rolled good for the first 3 weeks to a month and a half, maybe 2 months. And I really didn't notice it, but the whole front end of the truck just dropped. Couldn't tell you why. I couldn't, I kept looking like, why is the tires dang on there touching the fenders on the inside? And when I replaced the struts, I didn't realize it was eating the tire up bad on the passenger side. It was so bad that there was caked up rubber. Like, my truck was a 4x4 and I was doing a 4x4 burnout. It was rubber caked up in there like that. So I hit the company up and I was like, hey, these aren't working. Is there a way I can get a refund? They're like, no, but you have a warranty. I'm like, yeah, I got a warranty. So maybe, can I get a refund? No answers. They sent me out another set. This set, I didn't have to add the connection to it for the top of the strut. And what I mean by that, if you work with the electronic struts, or magnetic struts, whatever you want to call it, for the LTZs or the Suburban, Tahoes, the Avalanche, it's a part that you can screw on where it's threaded on top of the strut itself. And that controls, supposed to control the voltage input that tells the truck to stiffen or smooth or whatever setting it might come across. And I thought it was odd that I had to take the old one off the old pair of struts to put onto the new one. But either way, switch it out. The second set didn't have that. It was already on. And I was like, oh, okay. Didn't know. But the thing of it was, I did that. These struts have only been on since, I think I got the replacement set after my wife passed. This was like, I think it's in September, but it's in the video. But if you look at the video, it shows when I replaced them or sent for the replacement. I didn't put them on until October. So the month of October, I think I had a chance to stop and put them on. And if you know already, if you're working on everybody else's car, you hardly have time to work on your own stuff as a mechanic and a business owner. I mean, it's just how it works. Your stuff is always last to be repaired versus everybody else. So that's when I noticed it was eating the inner edge of the tire. So it threw the camper all the way off. And now it'll probably make sense to y'all to why I was changing tires so much on the front of my truck when I would do the little shorts and stuff. I can honestly say I went through almost a full set of tires in a matter of 3 months. All of them were wearing to the inside. So I put the new struts on, rode around on it for a little bit. Perfect. Didn't really do any long distance driving in it. Maybe once or twice. I think one time I put like 800 miles on it. Back and forth. And I bought another set of tires. Brand new tires. Put them on. And next thing you know, tires are wearing on the inside again. So I hit the company back up. Their response was, hey, we can send you out another set. No, I don't want this problem. This is cost. I've ordered a bunch of stuff from them for years. Brakes, rotors, you name it, and never had an issue out of it. Even axles. Hence, destroyed axle. None of their stuff has given me any grief, even for my customers. And I looked at a lot of their ratings and stuff. Rates are still high, even with all of the stuff that's going on right now. So I think that's where I'm gonna go back to and get my struts. And FYI, those struts are not cheap. So for me to spend as much money as I did, they didn't want to give me any of my money back. And I actually had to get Amazon involved for them to give me at least half of it back. I mean, I understand their warranty process, the whole nine and everything, but at the same time, we look at stuff as, even as a customer, we want some type of satisfaction out of it. Yeah, we use your product, but your product is not good at all. And in a sense, I understand where they're coming from, because there have been times where I had customers bring their own parts or buy their own parts, and then that part failed, and they're looking at me like, well, are you going to charge me the same amount of labor? You know, part of me's like, I kind of got to. But if you had got this part that I told you to get in the first place, we wouldn't have this problem. But that's a whole nother story. But it's similar. And you know, it's a hard game to play. Well, it's not, I shouldn't say game. It's a hard role to play, because you want to maintain your customer support and your customers, your customer line base. But you don't want to kill your business either. You can have 500 customers and one customer's pissed off, and that could almost take down your whole customer base. That one customer can run through and say, hey, this guy is garbage. And guess what? It's going to start making everybody else look like, well, he's bad, so why are we going to him? Let's start looking for somebody else. Oh, man. So it's a tough line to walk. I'm not going to lie. Because you don't want to lose customers. especially if you have customers that's been dealing with you for years. I mean, with the mechanic business, you deal with customers on so many different levels. You have repeating customers, you have seasonal customers, you have word of mouth customers, you have day one customers. I got a lot of day one customers, and those are the customers that I try to give all my attention to, because one, I know I won't have a problem with them with the bill. The new customers are the only ones that scare me, because you really don't know where their mindset is. You know, I had one that tried to negotiate the price with me after I did the work. I think those are the worst ones, because at that point they think their vehicle is done, and I have to accept whatever they tell me. I'm like, no, it doesn't work like that. We had an agreed price, which is before the beginning, before I even started. I gave you your estimate, you agreed to it, so there's no negotiation. And there are people that work like that lower the price if they feel necessary. I've done it a few times. I mean, I have older customers that I deal with. Like on one of the videos with Alexis, that's one of my older customers. She, you know, I work with a lot of people that's got limited income. Most of them are older. But if I give you an estimate straight up and you agree to it, that's what we're locked in. And I think that's more than fair. So for the ones who come along like, oh yeah, you did that fast, I think you charged me less. No, that's not how it works. My experience is valuable. Just like in your career field, your experience is valuable to whoever that's receiving it. And with my business, my time is valuable. My customer's time is valuable. My employees' time is valuable. And a lot of people don't understand that. And plus, they don't think about the fact that you're not sitting in the shop all day waiting on your car to get done, or dropping it off to have it redone, or have whatever work done to it that needs to be done. Because we come to you 99% of the time. And think about it. The fee that I'm charging is still going to be cheaper than you going to go sit in a dealership or having a tow truck come out to your house to tow the vehicle to the shop to get it fixed. I mean, come on. I'm still cheaper. But people will still try to beat you any which way they can. And me personally, it's not cool, but it is what it is. So, what else is going on? Happy New Year again. Last video before the year ends. Last live video before the year ends, I should say. Once again. Next year, in a couple of hours, will be the best day. 1 January. Because there are going to be a lot of different changes. Not necessarily coming to the channel, but there's going to be a lot of changes. Maybe in your world, maybe in my world. But at the end of the day, we're still on this linear direction of going towards greatness. And I know me, I'm not gonna accept anything but greatness. Oh, I do have one more thing. So I've had a few not customers, but a few people that commented about some of my videos. A lot of reasons that I go through the process of doing my videos the way I do them is because there's no other video out there to show how to do what I'm showing you how to do. I had one guy critique me, asking me why I didn't show how I put the drive shaft in on my Mercedes. I didn't show it. If you had listened, no disrespect, but I'm telling you everything in the video. If you have volume on, I know some of y'all learn visually, but sometimes I can't show everything because I don't have the equipment that all these other YouTube channels have. I have a cell phone. Yes, I have a cell phone that I use. My GoPro camera, I haven't used that thing in since the track years. So it's outdated. I can't even get it to sync up with the computer. I have a MacBook Pro. Even if I take the SIM card out and put it into my adapter into the computer, my computer's looking at it like, what do you want me to do with this? So in order to make that work, I have to use an older computer, which I don't have, that works. So that's more or less impossible for me to use that. And sometimes when you're in confined spaces, you don't have room to get the camera in place anyway. So I hate to say it, some people just don't know how to use their imagination. But if I'm giving you vivid, clear words to tell you how to shift everything to get it in, I'm sorry. I can't make the perfect video for you. But what I do, I make videos to help people understand a little bit more. I'll never show a video to y'all rebuilding the engine from the long block up, because that's not how I designed the channel in my mind. I designed the channel in my mind to teach people how to do simple stuff, like changing brakes, changing rotors, basic stuff that I think is basic. As far as troubleshooting, I do a little bit of that on there as well, which gets a lot of likes and stuff. But I'm not taking anybody in depth on building an engine on this channel. Why? Because me personally, I probably could if I tell myself to slow down, but a lot of the people that look at this channel, they just look at stuff to fix their cars right at that particular moment without spending too much money. And that's been my goal since I started making videos. My first video was me doing a radiator on a Chrysler 300. My first repair video, I should say. And the lady came to me, which is a good customer to this day. She told me that the shop wanted to charge her $600 to change her radiator out. And they told her that they had to pull the bumper off, pull the condenser off, and everything else to do that. And I was like, the bumper? Why the bumper? So me, there was no video on YouTube at the time to show how to remove the radiator. In that video that I posted, the company I'm not gonna name, I showed how to take the radiator out without removing the bumper. Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But no thanks needed. But it was the fact that once I did that video, I had people that came along and was like, hey, your video got made into a full video by this big company. And I didn't believe it. And I know the date stamp and stuff on it. And what made me realize that they did that because they had a video prior with them pulling the radiator, pulling the bumper off and everything to take out the radiator. That video might be still on their channel. You need to go to the bathroom, you're good. You need to go to the bathroom, you're good. Huh? Okay. So that company to this day, I think they still have both videos. No, they might have taken one of them down. But they still had that video to this day. Because their video came out 2 days after I posted mine. Big company. But it's all good. And I think they started watching my channel and taking notes from my channel. Oh yeah, we can show how to do all this. But keep in mind, I wasn't in the shop. I was outside on the ground. They had a full shop, full tools, and like I said, when I started my business, I started with one of those $19 tool sets from Walmart, and that was just to get me in the door to do like small jobs, like brake jobs and stuff like that. Something I can do on the premise of a customer's house or job or apartment or however. And I'm grateful for that. And I thank God for letting me get into the door of starting something great. And I've never looked back. And it's been a ride, if nothing else. I've been doing mobile mechanic work for over 15 years. And I've had 2 federal contracts. You tell me that ain't a blessing. A lot of people tell you when you love what you do, it's not work. I firmly believe that because I honestly love what I do. So much so, it shows because I have a very expensive hobby. Almost 70% of the time, if I see a car that I like, I normally go buy it. Running or not running. Because a lot of people sell cars they just don't like anymore, or they don't want to spend the money to get it fixed. And over the years, I've gotten cars from customers they just gave up on and like, give me a few $100s for it. Take it with me. I thanked them. And during that time, I let them use those cards credit to move towards whatever bill they might have had. And I think they enjoyed that the most because they have what they call in-store credits when they need some type of service done. So, can't complain at all. And normally, when I get all of these cars, I fix them and flip them. I think I'll start, doing my flip videos again. A lot of them I post everywhere. But I don't think I post for like maybe 2 or 3 on here. Me doing little small stuff to them and getting them right for them sold. A lot of the cars, I rarely show customers' cars when I'm working on them. But when I do, I try not to show too much of the customer's personal stuff in there or on it. or what have you. But yeah, any car that I buy to flip or sell, because I had somebody comment one time before if I had any cars to sell, but I do have one, my truck. I made a short on it a couple weeks ago. It's a 2003 Nissan Frontier. Only thing that's wrong with it is that it needs a transmission. And I was gonna do the 75 to 80,000 mile service, which is change the water pump and the timing belt. And I got to the point to where I was like, well, if I sell it like it is, I'll just throw the parts in with it. But I have people lowballing me so bad to the point that they just expect me to give it to them for free. And I'm not gonna do that. I mean, I know what the truck is worth. I know what I have invested into it. But I'm not just gonna give it to you for $500. The truck still runs and drives. Just don't have reverse. AC still works, he still works. I mean, yeah, it's an older truck, but like I said, I know the value on it. You can't let people beat you out of your stuff that you know what it's worth. Now, let's say if I had it for $10,000 and it's got 500,000 miles on it, yeah, that's a little bit much. And I expect you to call me out on it. But what I'm asking for, I'm asking $3,500 for it. And me, honestly, that's not bad. It runs and drives. You can only go straight. The truck's not heavy because the first time the transmission went out in it, I had to move it out of my customer's yard by myself. My daughter was with me. And during that time, she was a little bitty girl. So she maybe 3 or 4. I'm moving the truck out, and she's just hanging in, just waving her stuff. But yeah. So I hate to end this video. I might do another one a little bit later on today, but I'm gonna end this video now because where I'm going, I'm gonna lose signal. So continue to like, share, subscribe. Continue to hang out with your boy. And I'll see you next year.